Hello students, I am Dr. Shrimati Seema Negi, Assistant Professor Chemistry. Today I am with all of you with the new matter, that is carbonium ions. Carbonium ions are also called as carbocations. Cations means positively charged. The carbocation is formed by the electrolysis of the covalent bond with strongly electron attracting group such as chloro, bromo, iodo, hydroxyl, azo, etc. One and most known example is CH3Cl, that is the methyl chloride ionizes in the polar solvent and gives you methyl carbonium ion and chloride ion. The cause behind is the carbon chlorine bond. Chlorine atom is highly electronegative. Due to its high electronegativity, the electrons of covalent bond are more attracted towards the halogen atom and thus the bond becomes polar, and when it is placed in polar solvent, it ionizes this compound into the methyl carbonium ion. So, we can say such organic ions which are carrying a positive charge on the carbon atom are known as carbonium ions. These are the organic units with the positive charge and 6 electrons. Carbonium ion is formed by the polar solvents or reagents. We can represent these ionizable compounds as RLI, LG. RLG means leaving group. Well, the alkyl or the allyl group is attached with the leaving group. This may be halogen, hydroxyl, azo, anion, or of acids. Leaving group have certain properties. First is leaving group leaves with electron pair whenever it leaves. Second, strong bases are always weak leaving group. Third point is anions of acids are good leaving group. So here we are looking into the fact that these leaving groups are of two types. They can be weak leaving group, they can be good leaving group. So ability of leaving group is checked by its basicity. Compare the series of these compounds which are neutral in nature, example ammonia, water, H2S and N2. Who will be more effective leaving group? The more effective leaving groups are checked by their basicity, and we have found that nitrogen is the very stable compound, so it is the strongest leaving group. There is another series of anions, that is fluoride, chloride, bromide and iodide. So whenever their rate is determined, their ability to leave is determined, it has been found that fluoro will leave very fast and iodide leaves very slow. This phenomena is based on conjugated acid-base theory. According to conjugated acid-base theory, it has been found that iodide is the weakest base. So its acid will be strongest acid. And the fluoride anion will be the strongest base based on conjugated acid-base theory. So fluoride will have the highest rate. Similarly, in the third series, we are finding example RO minus, OH minus, PHO minus and methyl group containing acid anions, that is acetate anions. We find that methyl acetate is the best leaving group. And in the next series, we are comparing that acid anions as well as trifluorosulfite anions, which will be more leaving group, which will be best leaving group. we find it that trifluorosulfide anion is the strongest living group. Another important point is that living groups may contain various type of atoms. Out of that, if there is oxygen present in the living group, they are proved to be good living group. Example is water. Whenever there is water, it will be a very good living group. And similarly, the sulfide anion, they are also containing oxygen atom, so they are also good living group. Then come to the another point, that is what are moderate living group. The groups which are placed between the poor living group and best living group. In between these, other radicals which are present are moderate living groups. Example, chloro, bromo minus, iodo minus. They live only in the tertiary substrate in polar solvent. They do not need any external or internal attack. So they can easily be ionized, or they will be the good living group without any force. Others are poor living group. So the first requirement of the carbonium ion is the formation of the living group has to live. Other properties of the carbonium ion. First, all of the carbonium ions are positively charged. Second, they are electron deficient. Third, there are electron pair acceptor too. And the fourth and important point is they are electrophile and electron loving in nature. As far as the structure of carbonium ion is concerned, all of the carbonium ions may be aliphatic or aromatic. They are always sp2 hybridized, trigonal and planar. Second point is their angle is 120 degree, which is bond angle. Third point is perpendicular pz vacant orbitals are present. These are shown in the red lobes above and below the carbonium ion, which are vacant. Fourth point is attack of reagent is possible from both sides. In the coming picture, we are clearly showing that nucleophile with the blue color is going to reach the carbonium ion, which is positively charged, from above or below the level of carbonium ion. Here the carbonium ion has plain structure, and carbonium ion is diamagnetic as well as highly reactive. Come to the another page, that is page number 4. How carbonium ions are formed, that is formation of carbonium ion by the hydrolysis of the double bond, that is containing compounds in presence of acid. Wherever there is pi bond present, they can easily be converted into the carbonium ion by the protonation with the acid. For example, ethylene when reacts with proton, in first example it gives ethyl carbonium ion with positively charged. This positive charge is shown as a positive charge in red ink clearly. Another example is propylene. Propylene is also pi electron containing compound, but due to inductive effect of the methyl group, electrons are directed towards the pi electron side. So there is direction. As a result, whenever the deuterated acid is used, then deuterium atom, which is positively charged and isomer of H positive, it gets added to the pi bond in the directional manner. The net result is formation of deuterated isopropylene carbonium ion with positive charge. Second, by the hydrolysis of the sigma bond, the tertiary butyl bromide contains carbon bromine sigma bond. and this carbon bromine sigma bond is ionized by the polar solvent, resulting in the formation of tertiary butyl carbonium ion with the positive charge and Br minus as negative charge. But when trimethyl substituted methyl bromide or tertiary butyl bromide is taken, then in the gaseous phase, then we will find there is no hydrolysis possible in the gaseous stage. So these compounds are converted into carbonium ion only with the help of polar solvent. Third is by the protonation of alcohols. Alcohols also contain oxygen atom with two pairs of lone pairs of electrons on the oxygen atom. So they can easily be protonated. For example, tertiary butyl alcohol, whenever protonated with the acid, we find that hydrogen atom is added on the oxygen atom with the formation of the positively charged hydronium ions. These ions readily decompose and gives tertiary methyl carbonium ion, which is very stable in nature, and water. Yes, students. It is not with the oxygen atom, it is also with the thio compounds, because in the periodic table the oxygen and sulfur are almost same in nature. So when we take methyl thiol, we find that it can be also be protonated in the same way, resulting in the formation of the intermediate, which will finally result with the liberation of H2S gas into methyl free radical. The protonation process can also be carried out with ethers also. We are taking example dimethyl ether, which is also containing two lone pairs of electrons on the oxygen atom that can easily be protonated, resulting in the formation of the intermediate with the positively charged on oxygen atom, and this can easily be broken into methyl free radical and methyl alcohol. Fourth process is by the decomposition of diazonium compound. We all know well that diazonium compounds are such compounds which contain nitrogen atom. Number of them is 2 and they have a specific structure. We already know that nitrogen is very good leaving group. So diazonium compound by nature, they are very unstable. They easily first ionize and produce diazonium ions positively charged. These are unstable again, so they get converted into the phenyl carbonium ion with the positively charged, which is shown by the positive charge, and the nitrogen atom liberated in the form of nitrogen gas as a good leaving group. Similarly, aliphatic diazonium compound, that is methyl diazonium chloride, also dissociates in the same way, giving us methyl carbonium ion and nitrogen as the leaving group. Now come to the stability. We all know that stability of two classes, either they can be very stable or they can be unstable. As far as the stable carbonium ion is concerned, the triphenyl substituted carbonium ions are most stable because they are stabilized by the resonance. Even they exist as free carbonium ion in triphenyl methyl chloride compound in the free stage in the bottle. So they are long living. And come to the another example, that is the unstable carbonium ions. These are of aliphatic series. Example, methyl carbonium ion, ethyl carbonium ion, like that. What will be the order of stability? Now I am explaining this on page number 6. You have seen that tertiary carbonium ion is most stable, then secondary, then primary. It is The highest rate which is found with the tertiary carbonium ion in the aliphatic series, that is tertiary butyl carbonium ion, that is most stable. How it becomes stable? It becomes most stable by hyperconjugative effect, and here the positive charge is dispersed on whole of the unit. That is the phenomena which is known as hyperconjugation, where sigma electron are involved in shifting of charge from one place to the other, that is termed as dispersal of positive charge. In Hindi, we call it as Ati Sanyogaman, and it is the plus side effect of methyl group also. Here, the another example is allyl carbonium chloride easily ionizes and gives you allylium ions. These allylium ions are also stable one. They become stable by the resonance. As a result, they form two type of structure where the pi bond and the positive charge are in the opposite direction. Stabilized by the resonance. This resonance is somewhat small. Here also the dispersal of the positive charge, which is still stabilizing this allylium carbonium ion. Now come to the another example of the aromatic series. The triphenyl methyl carbonium ion is most stable, and benzyl carbonium ion is least in the series, and the least stable is allyl carbonium ion. Why triphenyl methyl carbonium ion becomes so stable? That is due to resonance. That is also called in Hindi as a knot. Here the positive charge is distributed in all of the rings due to the change in the structure, and thus the positive charge rotates in these phenyl rings. The result is formation of various structures, and thus resonance is the cause which is stabilizing this triphenyl methyl carbonium ion. Whenever there are charge on the units, some chemical reaction may also take place. So we are going on page number 7, reactions of carbonium ion. The most and the common reaction is in nucleophilic substitution reaction. The carbonium ion so formed readily react with the nucleophile with the 2 electron and negative charge and form the bond RNU. That is, the nucleophile is added to the positive charge, and this is termed as nucleophilic substitution reaction. These reactions are very common with the nucleophiles such as OH minus, CN minus, NH2 minus, NO2 minus, SH minus, and these ions or SCN minus ions, these ions or nucleophiles are provided by their inorganic salts. So these reactions are very common in alkyl halide reactor, that is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Come to the another use, that is in the aromatic electrophilic substitution reaction. Here the nucleophiles are the positively charged carbonium ions. These carbonium ions, because of their positively charged, are electrophile in nature, and they attack aromatic ring to form different type of substituted product. We have taken Friedel-Crafts reaction is as an example of aromatic electrophilic substitution by the carbonium ion. Methyl chloride reacts with aluminum trichloride, giving you methyl carbonium ion and AlCl4 minus ion. Methyl carbonium ion attacks on phenyl ring, giving you the intermediate, which in presence of AlCl4 minus ion abstracts a proton and giving you alkyl substituted aromatic compound such as toluene in as a result. This process is known as alkylation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. Similar type of phenomena is possible with the acyl chloride. Acyl chloride reacts with AlCl3, gives you acyl carbonium ion and AlCl4 minus ion. Acyl carbonium ion is CH3CO positively charged. This acyl carbonium ion in turn again electrophilic in nature, so it attacks the aromatic ring and forms intermediate, finally gets converted into acylation reaction as phenyl-methyl ketone. So these are the example where carbonium ion gives aromatic electrophilic substitution reaction. Come to page number 8. Here we also know that there is a class of reaction known as elimination reaction. What is elimination? Elimination is elimination of certain small molecule, maybe hydrogen, maybe water molecule, maybe ammonia molecule, maybe carbon dioxide molecule, or it may be any small molecule like HCl, HBr, like that. So this type of reaction where there is involvement of elimination of certain small molecule and creation of the pi bond, these reactions are termed as elimination reaction. Elimination reactions also take place in the carbonium compounds. Carbonium compound undergo bond breaking reaction, and thus the ethyl carbonium ion is converted into ethylene by the creation of a pi bond, and one proton is liberated out of it. Tertiary butyl carbonium ion, which is positively charged, also undergo bond breaking elimination reaction in which one hydrogen atom is eliminated as H positive and a double bond or the pi bond is created, resulting in the formation of unsaturated compound. Nucleophilicity and basicity are the two factors which are involved in these reactions. Nucleophilicity is a different thing and basicity is a different thing. So these are inversely related. When nucleophilicity increases, basicity decreases. When basicity increases, nucleophilicity decreases. How it is so? The order of bond creation reactions are whenever there is bond creation or the formation of the new bond, that is very fast with the primary carbonium ion, then secondary, then tertiary. But when the elimination reaction are concerned, it is found the elimination reactions are very fast with the tertiary, somewhat slow with the secondary, and with the primary these are slowest. So it come to and come and try to understand written in the box. Creation of substitution means formation of new bond or nucleophilic substitution reaction, new bond formation reaction. This is creation or substitution. Then another class which is known as elimination reaction, that is formation of the double bond or formation of unsaturated compounds. So creation is represented by the C, that is C means alphabetical order C. C is inversely proportional to the basicity of the nucleophile, and second E is elimination reaction, that is directly proportional to the basicity of the negatively charged ion. Higher the basicity of the negatively charged ion, more is the elimination reaction. C. C is the creation. Creation is also temperature dependent. So creation or the bond formation is directly proportional is inversely proportional to the temperature. They do not require very high temperature. But as far as the elimination is concerned, that is direct elimination is directly proportional to the temperature. It means they require very high temperature for the elimination reactions. Again, C means creation of the bond is directly proportional to the nucleophile, while elimination reaction is inversely proportional to the nucleophile. Fourth and another class of reaction, that is rearrangement reaction. We are going to page number 9, that is the rearrangement reaction. To give more stable carbonium ion C positive takes no time to rearrange by shift of the group or atom only from the adjacent position via formation of a three-membered cyclic transition state, which is purely intramolecular in nature. This is well known as alpha-beta shift or 1,2 shift. Take into the example the propylenium ion. This is the primary one. It is getting converted into the secondary carbonium ion. How it become possible? It become possible by the shifting of the proton on the adjacent carbon atom through cyclic three-membered transition state, which is containing positive charge in the center. Thus the proton is shifted and the positive charge is shifted in the central carbon atom, resulting in the formation of the secondary carbonium ion. So this type of reaction are known as rearrangement reaction. These are also known as alpha beta shift or 1,2 shift. The properties of this reaction is they are intramolecule. They take place inside the molecule. Secondly, there is always shifting of hydrogen or small groups to the adjacent position. And third and most important point is it is only native carbon which is involved in this reaction. Rearrangement reactions are usually takes place by the migration of very small groups such as H, CH3, C6H5 group. There is a rule which is known as better electron donor will be better migrator. जो अच्छे इलेक्ट्रॉन दे सकते हैं वो अच्छे माइग्रेटर हैं. In this race we can rate them. Hydrogen will be have highest rate because it is light in weight and can easily migrate. Then aromatic because these are electron rich, and least is with alkyl migrators. So there are various organic reactions where migration takes place, and thus these are very helpful in the rearrangement reaction. So I hope students that you may have understood that how these carbonium ions are formed, how their stability, what are the factors, and what type of reactions are possible with this carbonium ions. I think this will be more clear in your minds after my this lecture. Thank you.